I know I can. Read my master plan. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. Groove Nation inspires me. The buzz loose and break free. I'm dancing to my dreams. Bursting at the seams. I'm feeling groove-alicious. Groove knows who I am. 'Cause now is my time to have a groove state of mind. I'm grooving. I'm grooving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am.
Yeah, I'm grooving. Welcome back to the Groovy Marketer Podcast, episode something. I don't know. We're going to find that out. We're either 7, 9, or depending when we reset. But it's our weekly podcast that will be going live. We hope to do them. We're going to be moving them now to Wednesdays at, I don't know, I think 11 a.m. We're going to be getting in the studio at 10. So we've moved our entire studio now to Wednesdays. So on Wednesdays, we're going to be doing the podcast at 11, and then a Groove Digital Presents is moving from Friday at 2 to, I think, 12:30 on Wednesdays now. Mm-hmm. And then 3 o'clock will be Groove Copy Wednesdays with me and John Benson. So we have a full day in the studio, and then any commercials or anything we need to shoot for our advertising or video sales letter, it's a studio day. So today we have with us co-founder Matt Serralta and John Garcia, J-H-O-N Garcia, who is the, what do you call yourself? Head of Customer Experience?
Yeah, Head of Customer
VP of Customer Experience. So, whoop, whoop. All right, folks. For today, we're going to have a pretty exciting podcast. Also, we're going to be doing some Q&A for the last 15 minutes. So if you can, any questions that you have regarding all things Groove Digital, it could be related to the software, when a particular product is coming soon, what we think about something with the competition, questions about GroovePay, questions about GrooveKon, or the Marketer's Cruise, or questions that you have with the app, whatever it may be.
Or any combinations thereof.
Or any combination thereof. We will be happy to take your questions. And we have just a couple of topics we're going to go over. We're going to try to keep these podcasts to an hour. From my point of view, it's like, wow, only an hour. But I can imagine when people want to just digest a podcast and they see a podcast is an hour, they say, oh, that's more than my drive. So we're going to try to keep these to an hour for you. So first bit of news that we want to do is talk about last week we were talking about the ClickFunnels 2.0 announcement that happened. And I just found out also that we didn't stream last week to our Facebook group. So many of you didn't see the podcast. So we're going to be taking that video and uploading it and making it a sticky announcement in the Facebook group, because it was a pretty exciting podcast from last week. But on that podcast, I said that they were deprecating, we were talking about ClickFunnels 2.0. You really want to get our perspective on that, so make sure to check it out. We'll be posting it later today. We spoke about, I believe I might have said that they are deprecating ClickFunnels 2.0, 1.0 when 2.0 comes out. And then I later said that there was some legacy stuff. So just want to get clear on that from what we understand, and anything is subject to change. And obviously not an official statement, but from what I was told, for a correction, just to get it on the record, is that ClickFunnels 1.0, or the original ClickFunnels that's out right now, will stay in legacy mode for all users that currently have their sites on it. And and if they want to continue to keep their sites on it, they're going to pay like a maintenance fee of, I don't know, I've heard $59 a month or whatever the case is. And I've also heard, and this is where I think I got it wrong, was that those people that have a legacy account will also be able to create new funnels with it. Okay. Now, from what I also understand is that the people that, when ClickFunnels 2.0 comes out in March, that the new users that sign up for new ClickFunnels accounts will not have access to the old ClickFunnels. They're only going to have the new ClickFunnels, and that makes sense for their support and their team and everything like that. And what I've also been told is that there will not be any updates for ClickFunnels 1.0. Whether or not they'll continue to support it at the help desk, that is something that we don't know, but it may be something like at support, we're no longer supporting this. Here's your answer, but in the future, you may want to know that you want to consider ClickFunnels 2.0. But that's a dynamic thing, that's kind of like, a moving needle. So I'm sure they'll figure that out depending on, the demand of their users. But yeah, so last week I had said that they are deprecating 1.0. New customers can only use the 2.0 when it comes out, and legacy users will be able to keep that old account and pay for it, but they also have to pay for 2.0. From what I understand, 2.0 does not give you free access to the legacy account. So, which is their choice. I'm surprised that they did that. But, and the only other thing that I'm not sure, that I'm pretty sure about, is that you got to remember, if your domain is hooked up to this, then what do you do?
Right.
If you're on legacy for your .com, then you can't move to 2.0. And if you do, you lose all of your cookies and all your data for your affiliates and everything like that. So you're going to have to buy another domain like a .net.
Right.
People are going to be like, if I just want to move to even 2.0, I'm going to lose everything that's on the other. So people are going to have to figure that out. But anyway, I wanted to do some clarification on that. In other news, we were written up in a tech blog today. I was told by one of our friends, and he posted into the Skype group, and he said, how did you do this? Did you hire a PR agency to get this out there? So we're going to show my screen here right now.
And I got to add, I read the article earlier, and it's to the point. I mean, everything, it seems that the person that actually wrote the article has been following us for a couple of months, because they mentioned a couple of good,
more than a couple of months.
a couple of good points that really kind of resonate on the message.
I was wondering the same thing, right? I was wondering, and Mike, we can do that picture here. I was wondering, this is a new screen we're going to show you here. Check this out. We can still show you our screen, so we have some reference points right here. Look at that.
Let me try.
So it could be that they got everything out of the video and what's on the website and did a creative article, but I actually heard some of the co-founders' voices in the quotes. The company says,
Right.
So if you guys go to MediaPost, MediaPost.com, they have a category called Email Marketing Daily, and they wrote a really nice article on us. Why don't we go to the screen so people can see it here? Thanks. All right. And I'll zoom it in so you can see it here a little bit more. It says, enhanced tools help startups create sites and emails, marketing automation, firm says. The firm meaning us. So they're basically saying, hey, there's a company out there that's making these claims, and look at this. They have pictures of all of our site templates. So it's really a really nice thing. It would have been really nice if it said, enhanced tools help startups create sites and emails, marketing automation firm Groove.cm says. It would have been really great to get here. But folks, this isn't quite TechCrunch, but this company is really, really big. We should be getting some good news about this. Now, the only thing that we can do is hope, fingers crossed, that this creates a viral effect, like somebody at Gizmodo sees it, and then somebody at SparkPost sees it, and then somebody at TechCrunch sees it and says, oh, I never even heard of this company. They go there, they find out, they get engaged because obviously I think, as you just said, John Garcia, I think what happened here is somebody got here and was like, these are some pretty impressive claims, checked out the site and said, this is worthy. This seems, because they're mentioning ClickFunnels and Active Campaign in there well. So these people knew what they were talking about.
And they mentioned a couple of, as I said, things that resonated very good in the article that we are actually doing. They stated clearly, they have more than 550,000 customers. That, wow.
Yeah.
Very few companies can
And that's
make that
not at the
bold
front
statement.
of the website. Yeah, that statement's not at the front of the website. Yeah.
It's right at the bottom, close to the end of the article. They said that the company states that they have 550,000 customers. So they have been following our progress, which is very interesting.
Without a doubt. So, yeah. So, guys, we're going to post this article right here. I'm just going to send it over to Donna, and I'll have her post it for us. Whoops. That says Albuquerque, Donna. Sorry. Happy Turkey, Albuquerque. All right. So, okay, folks. So, yeah, there's the article. You guys can read up more on it, but that was one of the first big shout outs that we've gotten from a tech firm. How do you feel about that, Matt, when you saw that today?
I mean, I'm very pleased. Always wanted to have an article by MediaPost or TechCrunch. So, as a co-founder, of course, feels really, really good. And more importantly, the fact that the right features are being highlighted, right, and the update that we did. So I think we've been talking about doing these changes to the email system for a long time, and when it comes to fruition and people are appreciating it, it's great. And I remember having even a conversation with Donna about a month ago, or maybe a couple months ago, when she said, as soon as we release that new email update, it's going to happen, and it did. So very, very impressive. Very happy to see that.
Yeah, I'm excited. About
our users are loving it too.
David Lemon, the famous David Lemon in the company, said that what we should do is we should. He said he's surprised that we didn't do it sooner because it's such a big thing. And companies like MailChimp really, they at the beginning, I remember they had some inside information or something. They were getting every single company to write them about them. And the thing is, if you know anything about PR. They're actually looking for stories. Like, they are hungry for stories in newsrooms. Yeah. My friend Adam Weiss, I think it's APR, public relations, something like that. He's done public relations for me for years. He's got me on every talk show, morning talk show, whenever I wanted. We just had to spin it. You have to spin it for the news. So we were able to get Webinar Jam on, and it was sucked because I was in California, and these talk shows start at 6 a.m. Their morning talk, and so 6 a.m. was my 3 a.m. So he kept getting me on at 4:30 in the morning, and then 5:30, and then 6, and I was like, oh my goodness, I used to go to bed at 2 a.m. So this was really tough for me. But what would happen is they would get us on, and his thing would be, this was during the 2016 election. No, I'm sorry, this might have been. So Webinar Jam came out. Yeah, it was in 2016. It was the 2016 election, but it was a year before the election. So it was really more like end of 2014, end of 2014, beginning of 2015 for the 2016 election cycle. And what was happening is many people were doing these town halls. And so every speaker was doing a town hall. So I came up with an angle. Adam said, I can get you on these shows if you can figure out a way to get Webinar Jam into, these people like to talk about this, and I've got ins over there. He got me on 15 or 16 different shows, and I created a term that, I didn't create a term, I hijacked a term that we could use for Webinar Jam at the time called virtual town halls. So I said, what these people don't realize is what they should be doing is they should be getting a webcam or getting a camera and streaming it live, and they can have their people say, hey, we're doing a virtual town hall, and they can get their message out to everybody, and they don't have to wait for the news media to pick them up, et cetera, et cetera. So if you can do that, these people were hungry for stories, and they were booking us up left and right. I was able to get on Good Morning, what's the CBS show?
Good. Is it Good Morning America?
No, they're Good Day. I forget whatever it was, but we got on the CBS morning show, which could be Could be. I forget which one is Good Morning America. And so it's out there. So I told David Lemon that obviously a year ago, our platform wouldn't have been worthy to get a write-up because it was so beta. But now that we're coming out of beta, it's probably going to be a good thing for us to reach out to people at TechCrunch, reach out to people at Gizmodo, all of these different tech sites. And, they love an article. And if you say, yeah, we'll interview the founder, okay, great. They're starving for stories, but you have to show them how to make the story appealing to them. In other news, who reached out to us again?
Who, Mike?
Who's been courting us for a while to get us into their marketplace, and they just want too much from us.
Oh, I know, but I am not gonna spoil it.
Go ahead. No, spoil it.
AppSumo.
AppSumo.
I just knew it by your face.
They reached out to us again, and they reached out to Unroop, and hey, we've been trying to get you guys several times. We're trying to open up the door again. Is there any way our members are begging to get you into the platform? So I said,
So they're just trying every founder one by one.
yeah, well, no. So that's what I thought. That's what I thought. So I said, why didn't they reach out to me or Matt? And so they did. Sarah Flores had reached out to us in a thread, and for some reason, my personal assistant Samantha didn't see it. Twice it said, "Are you ghosting me?" I guess you're ghosting me.
No,
So-
I've gotten those, but because of the fact it says that, I thought it was regular marketing email.
No, it's that same thread.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought it was one of those, you're ghosting me, you're not answering
Yeah,
my marketing
yeah.
email.
So she said,
Yeah.
"Hey, want to recircle back and see if you guys want to get in there." So, to tell you guys what's happening, what happened with AppSumo and why we would love to be in AppSumo, but here's the thing: when we told them that we're free and you could do it with a free angle, and they said, "Well, what is the deal that people at AppSumo get?" I said, "Well, it can't be price, because we promised our members." At the time, we're $19.97 now. At the time, it was $13.97. That nobody, you're a charter member, and we were proud to say that nobody will ever pay less to get what you got. So there will, and it didn't matter, because when we finally said, okay, maybe what we'll do is we'll give a bonus to AppSumo people. They'll get a course, and if any of our members ask, we'll just give it to them. But we're trying to explore that, and so when they agreed to that, then they said, okay, what would the price be? And we said $13.97. They said, oh, no, forget that. That's out of our market. And I said, your market will buy a good deal. And they were like, no, we know our market. If it's not $97, they don't go for it. I said, unless the deal is really good. Unless the deal is really good. I guarantee your market will buy a $10,000 gold coin for $5,000 if they know they could sell it. So it's about the deal. And they said, no, would you consider breaking up the app and maybe just giving GroovePages lifetime with unlimited domains for $97? And we spoke about it, and Matt and I were talking about it, and we just realized then we got to create another level and another legacy level and all these different things. And so at the time we were buying Chatmatic and investing in that. And so we said, hey, how about Chatmatic? And we I think he probably did it. We should probably ask Travis how did it do for him?
I think he did fairly well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Oh, I'll shoot him a text and find out. It's a good case study. I would love to work with AppSumo, but here's what we can do. Now that we're talking about it, here's what we can do. We can launch on AppSumo our $2.99 a month deal, because nobody's paying that right now, so nobody's going to get upset. And we can launch our deal on AppSumo for a day at $99 a month. Or $79, or just something stupid, just get the word out.
We had some...
and we do it for 3 days.
Yeah. I think there are a lot of...
there you go. We're going to reach out to him. What are you saying, man?
Yeah, I think there are a lot of opportunities too where we can do cross-marketing, right? We can market for AppSumo and they can market for us as well. Mm-hmm. Share some presence, share some visibility, some email, some blogs.
We're all gung-ho about that.
I think we can study that a little bit more deeply and see how we can mutually, help each other.
Yeah.
A lot of good opportunities.
Yeah, so maybe we'll reach back out to them.
Let's do it.
Sarah Flores.
Stop
She's a sweetheart of a
Sarah.
lady.
What's going on?
Yeah, Sarah Flores, if you ever see this.
Sarah.
We did by accident, the email never made it.
I really thought when I read quickly and I saw, are you ghosting me? I thought it was one of those marketing email, because you know how many times you get an email
Yeah.
that will actually say that.
Yeah,
When-
yeah.
when they're trying to
Did I
get
do
you the
something to
answer.
offend you?
Do
And
you
it's
need-
just the third follow-up.
Yeah, exactly. Do you need some dev in another group of dev coming out of
Yeah.
some country? So
And that's something you can do in GrooveMail, right? Like, so you got to realize that those are the things that stick out. Did I offend someone, right? So if you have tracking in GrooveMail that says they have, a rule, if they haven't opened this email or clicked the link in this email, because open rates now, then send another email subject
Follow
lines that says, is there something you don't like about our emails? Or you can say, did we do something to offend you? Sorry to ask that question, but we've noticed you haven't been opening our emails. And if you do that right, you can get people back re-engaged, especially. Yeah. And here's a free gift for you.
And I think using that line that you just said, are you ghosting me? I know that header, that subject will have a lot of actually clicks on it. Like, why are you ghosting me? Because that can be in so many contexts, in so many
for
different
me,
ways.
it worked the other way around, but because people are using it a lot. But
Yeah. I thought that was pretty interesting. Man, we've got some inside information I would just love to share, but we can't. Some exciting news at GroovePay, but that's all internal stuff. All right, so so we'll get back together with AppSumo. So just to let everybody know what the plans are for, we've got a real busy fourth quarter. We're not even talking what's going on with development. Maybe we'll touch upon that in just a minute. But it's now, we're getting into the second week. We're going into mid-October. And then 2 weeks after that, we're going to see many of you at GrooveKon. And remember, if
can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait. That's my, for a lot of people, Christmas is their favorite part of the year. GrooveKon is just mine. I just can't wait for GrooveKon.
And the cruise. You're coming on the cruise.
Of course.
That's some
But
good news.
GrooveKon is just GrooveKon,
Yeah. So GrooveKon, folks, log into the Groove platform, and if you're a lifetime platinum member, just click the blue button. You get 2 free tickets. They sell for $497, and you can get a flight out here from anywhere in the U.S. If you're from another country, you have to look into all the travel restrictions, but they've been loosening them up. So come from Europe, come from anywhere.
Is the stuff we have lined up in GrooveKon it's off the chart this year.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, we have a replay video that you can find in our Facebook group, a replay event, a speaker preview, and you can get a lot more information at the site. But remember, if you go to GrooveKon.com, you're going to pay $497 a ticket. So just log into the app, and especially if you haven't logged in a while, just click on the blue button that says reserve your ticket. You get 2 tickets. It's just $100. It's refundable, $100 per person. And if you live in Texas, Louisiana, North Carolina, it's a day and a half trip right to northern Florida. We're in. I always forget. It's
Cocoa Beach.
Cocoa Beach. I'm always thinking Cape.
It's a day for anybody.
Not from California or Washington, Seattle.
Why?
Yeah.
That's a 3-day trip.
Yeah, yes.
For by drive?
By car.
By car.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Now you understand.
But if you want to just drive,
who wouldn't want to stay with us 3 days? Come on.
Oh no, yeah, all 3 days for sure. And the room block is sold out, but we've just renegotiated for some discounted rates.
Nice.
But our other room block of 179 sold out. More information about that you can get by just logging into the app and clicking on the button there. And then after
one thing
that,
I can tell you at GrooveKon, I'm going to be wandering the aisle, talking to a lot of you guys, spending a lot of time with you guys, answering questions, and I'm just there to socialize. So hopefully you guys will make it.
and you'll be on stage on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
To?
You're kicking off the event
right.
with me. Yeah, you're gonna get so you got to bring your
best suit.
Get
a haircut,
get a haircut, shave, all that
work
different
on
type
that.
of stuff. Yeah,
Submission.
So we're excited about that. But here's what I'm even more excited about, and I'll ask you, John, why you're not. So we are doing the Marketers Cruise, and we were hit hard like everybody because we had to cancel in January. So we moved the January date to November. So GrooveKon is the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and then the Marketers Cruise people are also going to be. We're all leaving from that hotel out of Cape Coral, Florida, I think. Is that what it's? No, it's
Cocoa
Cape
Beach.
Canaveral. Cape Canaveral.
Cape
No,
Canaveral,
Cape
yes.
Canaveral is where we sail from. I did the Cape thing. So we're all meeting at the Cocoa Beach Hilton Hotel, and we're going to have 200 people from the cruise pre-joining us there.
Absolutely.
And but we had a lot of problems there. everybody had to be vaccinated. There were people that couldn't come from other countries, or if they did, they had to be quarantined. All this type of nonsense.
Kids couldn't get off the boat in some cases.
That was the thing.
The
biggest one is they said that only a certain number of people were allowed unvaccinated, and they were the kids.
Right.
But there would be no Camp Carnival, and that some of the islands we were going to wouldn't accept kids that were unvaccinated, so they had to switch the itinerary. So now the kids could get off the ship, but it was too difficult for you and John, to say, well, if the kids are going to have to be with us 24/7. So Matt had canceled, and then realized that, hey, talk to Andrea, she'll take care of the kids. So Matt's going to come. John unfortunately can, but John Garcia, we had Andrea, Matt's wife's ticket, and Matt asked you to come, and you said no. What happened?
Putting me on the spot. No, actually, I had a conversation with Matt, and pretty much the same reason. But my wife actually, she does work. She actually is a substitute teacher.
So somebody needs to be there.
So someone needs to be in any event, in any emergency, and stuff with the kids. So I said I would love to be there because I was invited last year as well. And on top of that, somebody has to stay behind.
Yeah.
While you guys
somebody
have fun
has
and
to
stuff.
work.
Somebody has to actually just. I mean, I do have a great team. I mean, the support team every month is proven to get better and better and better as we go along with the developments of the platform. But that is a crucial week for us. I mean, for the past 2 years, whenever GrooveKon and the cruise happen, that's when we get tested because we don't have a lot of you guys around to get answers and stuff like that. But yeah.
There's 2 more people going on the cruise. I'm not sure if you know, but my dad and Gladys are coming on the cruise.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's so cool.
Because we have John and Luda's ticket. So even though and we have Andrea's ticket, we have the kids' ticket, here's the thing. We have available tickets. We just don't have rooms.
Right.
So what we're going to do is we always get 2 to 3 people that don't show up. And same thing happens with Carnival. So we're just going to slide them into a room that didn't show up, but there's no need for us to pay for the ticket.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah. So Gladys is very excited. She hasn't been on a vacation in 10 years.
I mean, I love Gladys. Yeah. Gladys, if you've seen this, we miss you.
Yeah.
I know you're having fun with marketing, but we miss you, the support desk.
So if you come on the Marketers Cruise this year, you're going to see, and by the way, you go to marketerscruise.com to join us. There are still some cabins. Carnival is only sailing at 60% capacity, so it's going to be a little bit more of an enjoyable ship, if you ask me. There's some other protocols they tried to put in place, and we kind of twisted their arm. They were closing down all events. All events,
Our
comedy
events?
shows, everything, blah blah blah, and no, we beat them up. We beat them up pretty good. Lou did a really good job on that. But the people that are going will be me and Michelle, Matt Seralta, Donna Fox will be there, Simone Bloom will be there, David Fernandez, Lucius will be there. Laura Betterly says that she's going to buy a last-minute ticket, and then we have. Gladys, my dad, and there might be 1 or 2 other people from the company. And then, of course, all of the legendary speakers, or as we call them, group leaders that are going to be speaking at the Marketers Cruise. It's going to be exciting, but most importantly, it's a vacation, a well-needed vacation. We're going to be setting sail. Folks, it's not too late to join us. We're setting sail from Cape Canaveral, Florida, and then we're going to, they changed the places, but I believe it's Aruba, Curacao, and some place off the Dominican Republic, one of their private islands.
Nice.
So 8-day cruise, 8-day cruise, fun in the sun, at the right time of the year too, because it's November. You right there, Matt?
I'm doing better now.
Matt's having one of those cough attacks. He's trying to,
at the end of the hurricane season as well, so it's a great time.
Smooth sailing, huh?
Exactly.
With less waves.
yeah, and here, Matt.
Less waves.
Yeah. All right. So let's see if some questions here that we have from you guys. And Donna, did you get some questions for us ahead of time? Anybody put any questions for us?
I do. I have just a couple. So there are 3 questions right now. So we'll start with the easy one. Francisco de Silva is requesting if we can bring in John Carlton.
Can we highlight
Gary-
it, Donna?
I'm sorry?
Can we highlight it?
Sure. It's hard because they move up, so hang on. So Francisco wants to know if there's any opportunity for you to bring in John Carlton and Gary Benzenvenga to be interviewed on your podcast.
All right. So so I'm going to repeat that for John and Matt. I'll read the questions, Donna, for us, because it's very hard to hear you, for us to hear you the way we have the speakers not coming through our headphones just yet. So Francisco De Silva says, I would love to know if there's any opportunity, Mike Filsame, to bring John Carlton in for a podcast, and if he wants to be my hero, he should bring John Carlton and Gary Benzenvenga. Well, I happen to have had some conversations probably 10, 12 years ago with Gary Benzenvenga. Sent him an email, told him how much of a great copywriter I thought that he is. But there are other people that know him better than me, like John Benson. So I'm sure if I know John Carlton very well. I've actually done podcasts and phone calls, what we used to do, teleseminars, copy clinics with John Carlton. Haven't spoken to him in probably 7 or 8 years. John Carlton and Gary Benzenvenga are literally just legends. They were people that came in from direct response copywriting. They were pre-internet, and they were some of the people that taught us all how to do copywriting, including John Benson, our partner in Groove Copy Pro. He was students under people like John Carlton. So yes, you got it. I can't make you any promises. We can't promise.
Can we
you
use this podcast as an official invitation, like they do on TV?
Oh,
John?
I'll text him. Yeah, I'll say that we got a request, and I'll ex John Benson, and so we'll probably get them on Groove Copy Wednesdays. I think would be good, since
it would be appropriate as well.
Yeah, because those are copywriting podcasts. So yeah, and I'd probably want to extend those to 2 hours. When you get somebody like John Carlton and Gary Benzenvenga. Benzenvenga Bullets, you can find out about
I remember
him.
that. I mean, we're talking about a long time ago. I mean, that's, I believe, the beginning of how the system and how copyrighted content has started making sense for all the video sales letters and everything that you sent out. So
yeah,
those are legends.
Yeah, Benzenvenga Bullets. He used to have a term he called everybody, like, "Hey Top Gun," or I think it was "Hey Top Gun" is how he wrote about everybody in an email. But
Nice.
It could have been Hot Shot, but for some reason I remember Top Gun. One of the things that I remember from him, I thought it was so cliche. I was like, oh man, you made me read 2 pages to tell me the most powerful word in marketing. And so he says, today I'm going to teach you the most powerful word in marketing. It does this, it affects synapses in the brain and all this. And I'm like, okay, what's it going to be? And the most powerful word in marketing,
Please,
was free.
free.
And then he went on to make a case for why the most powerful word in marketing was free. I thought it was cliche. And that was back in the time when, you wanted to be a rebel, and you wanted to be like, I'm not going to start a sales letter with "from the desk of," or you would even put in your sales letter, I'm not going to write traditional copy, which is all just weakness. Copywriting, it has a format for a reason. And for some reason, I thought free was just, it was too gratuitous. Wow. I thought you were going to wow me, but then he built a case. And you can go to benzenvengabullets.com and just search Gary Benzenvenga, Benzenvenga Bullets, free, the most powerful word in marketing. And it's a great article. And it changed my thought process on free. And that's where my concepts for butterfly marketing came from, was from reading that article. So when I say it had a dramatic impact on me, I changed my business model to that.
Wow.
So initially you were kind of like, but then after you studied it, read more through it, and really dove deep in it, you realized the power.
And a lot of people at that time, I remember, maybe you know about this. I think you know the author of The Rich Jerk.
Yeah, Kelly Felix, good friend of mine.
I mean,
he just made a
uses
great
lot that
Facebook post.
And I see that a lot of the people, since we're mentioning legends and people that make the industry what it is now, they use a lot of those principles. Like a lot of people use the butterfly effect that you created. Now is the time that a lot of people are teaching those, and the new generations are actually just now using them.
Yeah.
So it's going to be pretty nice to have people like that. I mean, I don't know what happened to The Rich Jerk, but I bought all the courses, and it was actually quite cool the way that he put it out and the way that he copyrighted that. I thought it was amazing, and it was innovative how he just went everybody's face.
So Kelly Felix, great guy. Oh my goodness, I was at his wedding. That's how close I am with him, and every time we see each other, he's not the rich jerk. That was literally,
he was an actor.
yeah, and it's the complete opposite of the guy he is. He's actually a very shy, quiet guy, has wonderful children, beautiful wife, and so he tried to revive the rich jerk brand. In fact, you can go grab that for me, John, if you want. I'll play some. Hey, loser. Yeah, I don't. Apologies, everybody. It is the rich jerk. I don't know if we're going to hear any foul language. I don't believe he does here. But and why he has his shirt off, I don't know. He's hanging.
Only at Groove.
This is the rich jerk that he sent me when he was reviving. And let's there's a little close up we can get on there. It'll be blurry. So let's hit the button, see if the battery still works. It's been 5 years since I got this. Let's see.
Hey, loser, I'm watching you. Are you gonna be poor forever? Come on, get with it. Do you want to be a pathetic loser forever? I don't care what you do. I'm already rich. You're not. Moron.
Are you pressing several times?
No, that was
one
just
big-
one.
that-
I'll do it one more time because it's
There's
very
one
annoying.
motivator, huh?
No,
I'm watching
it's the same thing. It cycles through everything. So apparently, like, if you were going to take the rich jerk and turn him into a human, it would be Dan Blazerian. So it's
And they would have his shirt off, right?
Funny that you mentioned, because I was thinking exactly the same thing. Like, who can personify that right now better than Dan Bilzerian? Especially that he's trying to do his revival, because right now
exactly.
it's like, I'm coming out again. So
yeah, he had that he hired an actor and he shot videos and voiceovers. The video sales letter was written in this guy, the rich jerk. So I don't think it was something that was good for 2006, 2007. Right. It wasn't something that was ready for 2015 with social media. But we can pull up my screen. Kelly, let's take a look at this. Let me just pull it up first. I'm gonna go to Facebook. He wrote a really cool post, and I believe that he has a really good position in a company. You know, and look, you don't always have to say because somebody went back into the real world, oh, he got a job. Sometimes you can be a consultant where a company is so massive you can make millions of dollars a year because your value of what you can do to, like, let's say a P90X company as well. So I'm going to type in here, Kelly. That's creating a post. I always do that. Did you ever see that thing where
I sent you a link to it, Mike.
It's like a meme joke. It's somebody types in hot young girls, and then the only comment underneath it is, Dad, this was a post, not a search. It's just funny in so many ways, right? What's that? For what? Oh, did somebody look up the post for me ahead of time? Gotcha.
Yep. And that's what happens when you talk about legends at the podcast.
All right, so here we go. We can show my screen here. And again, folks, you can find this on Kelly Felix, but he says, exactly 2 years ago today, I was fired as a senior affiliate manager at a precious metals company that I had helped grow from 5 million to 75 million. To be fair, I had a bad attitude, frustrated by a variety of issues. I was also instrumental in getting the company sued by a dozen or so competitors for unfair competition. So I probably had it coming. But upon being fired, it occurred to me that I had worked with this company for so long, I never really considered working for the competition, and I began to wonder, now that I was a free agent, would any competing gold companies even be interested in me? After all, I was a guy who had taken quite a bit of business away from them, and not in a very nice way. I was also the guy that had recently sued, that they had recently sued, and they absolutely pummeled me in court, which was a great learning experience, by the way. So I figured, what the hell? And reached out to them anyway. And I didn't expect much more than some hate mail. But to my surprise, many of the companies replied and were interested in having a meeting. A few even praised me for the very work I did that forced them to sue me in the first place. Those were some awkward conversations. In the end, and Kelly lives in the Rancho Santa Fe area in San Diego. In the end, I ended up driving to LA and doing a round robin of meetings all in one day. I met with a bunch of companies and saw some really impressive operations. I also saw some down and dirty stuff that I wanted nothing to do with. At each stop, I met with the suits, while I wandered in wearing cargo shorts and a t-shirt. But my attire be damned, because by the end of the day, I had several job offers. And at one point, it got a little crazy, because it actually came down to a live bidding war over the phone while I switched back and forth between a few companies, repeatedly outbidding each other. I must have said some impressive stuff in those meetings. Unfortunately, I can't remember any of it, because it was at a time in my life when I needed quite a bit of Xanax just to leave the house. But I do think I was pretty amazing. Whatever it was, it sure felt bizarre to go from public enemy number one to feeling so wanted. Definitely not at all what I expected when I woke up that day. Regardless, I ended up making an easy decision, because there was only one company to go that I felt right. He calls it GrooveKon. I guess that's who he's working for. Congratulations, Kelly. The owner and the executive team made me feel like we could do more. And then he goes on here to say how after plugging away for the past 2 years, the GrooveKon affiliate program has grown from 0 to 8.4 million last month, brought in just affiliate income. So it doesn't hurt to have Chuck Norris on their team, as he's called himself, Kung Fu Fighting Effect. We mentioned him, Chuck Norris, earlier today. But back to us on the cameras here. So congratulations to Kelly. If he's bringing them in $8 million a month just from affiliates, let's say he's getting paid 10%, and I have no idea, right? He could be on salary, but if he's getting paid on performance, he could be making $840,000 a year. If you're talented and you hit your wagon to incredible companies, you can do very well. So we're really, really happy for Kelly. But yeah, he worked with Mike Long. They owned a company together as well.
Oh, I know, yeah.
And they're very, very good friends to this day. All right, so yeah, we'll bring on Gary Benzavenga. We will bring on John Carlton, or we'll at least extend invites. Don't know about Gary. I'm pretty sure I can get John Carlton. He's a rock star. All right, can we highlight another question and I'll read it? All right, Dwight Perry.
Ooh.
Always on. Dwight,
Dwight Perry.
Very engaged. We love you, Dwight. Dwight says, hi, guys. Hoping things are going great. My question is, any news, development, new features coming to GrooveKon?
Oh, boy.
No. And here's why, but I'll tell you the talks that are going on with GrooveKon. Matt, you can maybe say, well, there's this, there's that, and the other thing. We had a shakeup about 3 to maybe 5 months ago in GroovePages. When Matt Nouse got a buyout, there were 2 gentlemen that came in under that team, and they were kind of, not as happy to work in the company without Matt, and so they're no longer with us. So the GroovePage leadership was gone, and we had somebody in the GrooveKon team that was one of the best employees in the company. And I'm trying to be nice to the previous guys, but in my opinion, he's leaps and bounds over the previous people that we had with GroovePages. We felt GroovePages and GrooveFunnels needed a little bit more work, especially 5-6 months ago. There was a lot that needed to be done. So we moved Husni over from GrooveKon to GroovePages and GrooveFunnels, and he was kind of the lead over there. We kind of put GrooveKon on autopilot because it was a complete app. There are a couple of things that we think it really needs help with in a 2022 project, is structuring GrooveKon to have templates and themes. And
well, actually, we made a lot of progress this quarter.
Oh, we did.
That.
Is it live?
No, we added some resources and some people working on GrooveKon to keep the project moving. Even though it's not using, we're moving nicely.
So we did get some people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because I know Max is really a project manager. He's not a developer.
And Max is so busy. Right? He's got so much going on in his plate. But yeah, we did do quite a bit of progress with theme and
I noticed
and the entire pre-made templates. We also have
and we have Damien
improved
did
a
some
lot
really
of
nice
the
designs.
API. For example, if you look at drop shipping stuff, it now sends back the tracking number, emails the customer with tracking updates, but more importantly, I think we're finished with the SDK API. It's the ability now for some people from the outside to code to our platform and actually add some module and different plugins. But we've come a long way with the API. Now we got to create the whole user interface, right? The whole system, so that somebody can come in and actually code and add, plugins or whatever we're going to call it,
nice.
right? Marketing kind of had to tell us. But the API portion of it is almost fully done and is being tested as we speak. So that means anybody can come in and say, oh, I want to add a countdown timer. I want to create a template. They can do it and hook straight up to our API. And essentially, it's going to be a Kickstarter to the marketplace as well.
Awesome. I'm excited about GrooveKart. There's some other technology things that I could tell you that are like in the works. So Matt just said today that we want to hire somebody to build an import funnel
And
feature,
recurring payment is coming out too right now. So there's a lot of cool things.
which we have in GrooveCell, but we're adding to
GrooveKart,
GrooveKart as well.
And Chip Station as well.
Yeah.
Chip Station.
Chip Station.
Chip Station.
So we're
Chip Station like Shopify.
we're doing a lot of upgrade.
Yeah. So some things I'll leave, like we have some dream things that we want to do, like create universal products that can be used both in GrooveCell and GrooveKart. But I'm going to talk about some real things that are actually discussions going on in the company right now, over and above what we just mentioned with GrooveKart. We're starting work on our wallet, which we think is going to. We look at the company in many different phases that are real revenue streams for the company, leaving out affiliate marketing, which is incredible for us as well. But in terms of Groove, there's GroovePay, there's the Groove app, which is right now lifetime, but it's going to be $2.99 a month. There's what Groove Brazil we think is going to be incredible, and we feel that the wallet system, when we go into the marketplace model like ClickBank, Warrior Plus, things like that, are going to be incredible for us. But we've also had several meetings on the SDK and the marketplace. So we have a whole. Did you see that? Were you on that call, Matt? It was about a week ago with Tomas. They've designed the entire marketplace. Yeah, we told them, look at Shopify, look at WordPress, look at Chrome, look at the App Store, look at Press2Shop, look at everything.
The best of everything.
Yeah, and so we've created a marketplace. The development on that is going to be starting as well, and we're going to connect that with the GroovePay wallet so that people will get paid their 70%. We'll get 30, maybe it'll be 80-20. We'll figure that out, but most likely 70-30 like Apple. And they're going to have places to sell their not only templates, but some of the things that we're doing in Groove is we're going to be creating share links. So I can design a store in GrooveKart, a membership platform in GrooveMember, set up a product with an affiliate program in GrooveCell. I can have videos that are loaded, and I can set up an email marketing sequence with automations, plus pre-built funnels and whatever. And then I package, and then one click, it will import all that. So I can literally create you a business in a box with print on demand and set up your pricing and your program and everything. So that is something we're having some serious conversations about that's going on. Matt just said a half hour before we go live that, little shit-eating grin here again. We are so prepared for ClickFunnels trying to make that deadline in March. So the smile will tell you everything, so that we will pre-plan our YouTube ads. Are you disappointed with the new ClickFunnels 2.0? And so Matt says it's going to be tongue-in-cheek here, tongue-in-cheek. It's our predictions. They bit off a lot, and I'd be very proud of them. I said that if they can actually pull off what they said. But you can, for all of the comments and feelings on that, we have a post that Donna made in the Groove Facebook group, and we did a podcast last week that we'll be posting in the Groove Facebook group. Having said that, Matt said that we should get a developer to get back on the funnel importer feature so that we can import any page or any funnel off of the web. So we're going to be doing that. We have the marketplace and the SDK as two separate Skype groups. One is the UI and the look and how the marketplace functions. And then we're hiring a full-time guy. We still haven't hired him. That is going to be responsible for one thing and one thing only. Starting
Universal
the SDK and an API documentation. So we're hoping to get that out in the first quarter of next year to release the marketplace and the API documentation. I mean, come on, high five. Isn't that friggin-
No,
that's exciting stuff.
It is very exciting, and I think it will be the next leap for a lot of our customers to start thinking of how they can improve the actual core. So it's going to be very interesting to see that develop.
I mean, doing such an integration is important in so many ways, right? It gives virtually any option to your e-store or your Groove Sale or any of the features, right? You can add so many features, whatever you come up with, whatever you design, whatever you invent, somebody can come in and actually go out and market it on our system as well, right? So merchants will be more successful with the ability of having all this kind of cool stuff that other people invent, right? The inventors will be able to bring revenue as well by making this available to our merchants. So I mean, it's that's called the cottage industry, right?
Yeah.
And that's how you explode, and that's how you get a lot more people involved in your ecosystem as well.
So excited.
If a new
about
company, a new dropshipping company comes up
Yes.
tomorrow, starts to exist, they can say, hey, I'm going to go to Groove and just add them the codes to do that as well.
that. Yeah.
So it's just the biggest unlock switch. It just opens every door.
And I do have a question for you two guys. We get at the service, there's a lot of these questions.
So
like,
I'm going to open a loop here on your question for everybody.
Okay.
So we're going to hear John Garcia's question when we come back from a short commercial break. And we're also going to talk about 3 other things that are pretty big in the company to close out today's podcast. So we're going to run a quick commercial break on the Groove lifetime that's ending coming in December. Yep. So here's a quick little commercial on that, and we'll be back just after this commercial break. Hi, my name is Mike Filsame, CEO and co-founder of Groove. I hope you're enjoying this Grooveathon. While our speakers are taking a break, now is a great time to learn more about Groove and the amazing upgrade opportunity that's ending very soon. If you're watching this on Facebook Live or YouTube Live and you're wondering what Groove is all about, you're going to want to head to groove.cm and grab your free account. We have the best software platform on the planet for digital and e-commerce marketers, and it's absolutely free for you to get started. And there's no credit card required. Now, if you're a little bit more advanced than a newbie, or you know that you're going to be a successful online entrepreneur one day, then you really want to consider taking advantage of our limited time upgrade. Just visit groove.cm/upgrade now to lock in this incredible upgrade. Or when you log in, just click on the pink button that says upgrade in the top right corner. For a limited time, you can get lifetime access and unlock our entire platform, a marketing suite of powerful tools, over 17 apps in all, designed to give you everything you need to be an e-commerce or digital marketer. Also, when you go to groove.cm/upgrade, there's a video there that explains everything. But here's the important thing. Right now, you can get lifetime access to this incredible suite of tools for just a one-time price of $1,397, and you'll never have to pay us anything ever again, ever, period. If you add up all of the tools in Groove, a page builder, shopping cart, affiliate management, e-commerce store, email marketing, membership sites, marketing videos, social proof widgets, webinars, streaming videos, and so much more. With the other guys, you're paying over $3,500 per month or $20,000 to $30,000 per year to run your online business. And those other complicated platforms don't do half of what Groove does. But what if you could pay $13.97 one time and never have to pay anything ever again? And what if all of those tools were easier to use than anything else out there, all while integrated to work with each other, all in one dashboard? Of course, you would say, where do I sign? Now, I have to mention, you need to do this right now, today, because the lifetime offer for $1,397 is expiring, and it expires very soon. To see how much time you have left, and if there's still time, please go to groove.cm/upgrade or log into Groove and click the upgrade button in the top right corner. When this lifetime offer expires, the new price is nearly doubling from $1,397 to a whopping $1,997. And shortly after that, you and many others will be paying $299 per month each and every month for less features than what you can get right now for just $1,397. You don't want to miss out on this literal deal of a lifetime. Upgrade to the lifetime platinum deal. So do this now. Visit groove.cm/upgrade and lock in the lowest price we've ever offered. Those that pass on this lifetime offer today will later be paying as much as $299 per month. Don't let that be you. Get this lifetime deal for a one-time payment of just $1,397, and you'll never have to pay us anything again, ever, period. Visit groove.cm/upgrade. That's .cm because customers matter. That's groove.cm/upgrade, or just log into Groove and click on the pink upgrade button in the top right corner. And now back to the Groovathon. All right. I'm in a groove state of mind. All right. So we've got about 5 minutes left. We may go 10 minutes, but we want to keep these to an hour. So we've got 5 minutes left. So we said that John Garcia had something. We're going to come back to that in a minute. Going to talk about the two more things that we're working on in Groove. And one of the things I said to John Cornetta last week, and the last 2 weeks with the podcast, is what's really good about us getting together in the studio, because we're a company, but Matt has grown, GroovePay, and there's the apps, and there's GrooveKart, and there's GrooveKon, and the Marketers Cruise, and I can't tell you how many times Matt says to me, "Did I tell you this?" And I'm like, "No." "Oh," and he gives me the biggest news in the world.
It's horrible.
Right? Yeah, and vice versa. That I have to say, you weren't on that call, you weren't on that Skype call. It literally just happened live.
But it shows how we get good management team in every area of the companies, right? That are running a tight ship and making sure everything's happening properly. That's the best sign. Well, you don't have to micromanage.
Yeah, we divide and conquer very, very well. There's like I just had a conversation yesterday with Aiden Booth. This guy does launches that are $18 million, and when it's a bad launch, it's $13 million. He beat us in Mark Ling's launch. He came in number one. Legendary marketer from New Zealand, but he lives in Argentina. And had a talk with him yesterday for an hour with Joe, and he's going to be coming in our launch. Thinks he's going to come in number one. And then we're going to promote his launch in January. And we said we're going to try to come in number one. And so just exciting things like that. It's like, oh, wow, I had some good news I didn't even get a chance to talk to you about. So two additional things that are going to be in the drop-down menu of Groove. And they are both just a reimagining of the UI and the framing. And I think you're really going to like the second one. The first one is something we're calling Groove Hub. Now, Groove Hub is going to be, so one of the questions we get all the time in the Facebook group that other people are always answering, they come to our help desk. Donna says our biggest number one question is, I don't know where to start. And that's not necessarily a problem with our app. It's something that I think when we figured out the app, we just said, well, if we just put all of the apps you're currently using in one app, we're one step better than everybody else, because you still have that same problem. This is the wrong way to look at it, right? The wrong way to look at it is, well, you still have that problem when you have Wix and WordPress for your blog, and ClickFunnels and Infusionsoft and ActiveCampaign and Kajabi. You still have to say to yourself, where do I start? So, you're going to have to figure out, you got to build a product, you got to do this. And one of the things, right.
I mean, you can go on and on. Yeah.
So the way Groove Hub is going to work is, let me show you. We're going to share my Scrizzle here.
Nice.
We're going to take this. All right. We're taking, by the way, we're getting rid of free domains for all new users. Did I tell you about that? Because of spam, right? It's just, if you want to use our system free, use it with a GoDaddy or a Namecheap domain, because then there's a paper trail to who you are. We're getting a lot of people doing a lot of illegal stuff, and it's getting to Namecheap, and they're coming back to us once a month saying, we're going to suspend your domain. You're doing, and then we look and we're like, oh my God. And there's like we're responsible for that. So we're getting rid of that. All right. All right, Mikey, thanks. Back to the screen. All right, so right here in domains, this is going to be changed. Right now, this is a great way. I'm really proud of the way this came out. The way you add a domain, it walks you through this wizard, and when you're all said and done, you set the hero app, whether it's GroovePages, and then everything else will be in a subdomain. So we can go back to camera on me here. So the way GrooveHub is going to work is it's going to be a little bit different. You're going to click, and then you're going to be greeted with tiles that say brand website, funnels,
I love it already.
webinars, store, blog, membership,
Based on what
and
you're trying to
checkout.
do.
And checkout, right? And then maybe we'll even have things like products or something so that you know that you set up your products. So at this point, what you're going to do is you have to set up your hub for this particular domain. So you set that hub up for conversionbrands.com. Okay, great. Now you have all of these pale icons because you haven't set up your brand website. You haven't set up your blog. And so you're just it's going to be intuitive in that sense that these things are still missing in your thing. So that's GrooveHubs. It's just going to make it easier. And we're going to remove funnels and webinars from inside of GroovePages. So we're going to go back to my screen here. Whoops.
And I think giving the chance for all of our users to do that and start at that point, it will change the question itself. Because right now what we're dealing with at the support desk, for example, is that where do I start? It's a very subjective question. Because then I have talked to some people in my team. I said, ask them where they want to start, because we have created this immense tool that you want to sell a product, you want to open an e-commerce store, are you selling a course, are you selling an ebook? So by creating these styles, it will be easier for them to find out where they can start.
Exactly. They know
instead
what
of
boxes need to be checked.
Exactly.
Instead of by software, we do it by
That will be a great tool
Project.
for us. Yes.
All right. So currently, what we do is we put your hub, part of your hub, here, and we say connect to a domain. And then at that point, you're connecting three things: your pages, right, which is your brand website, and then your funnels are here. So here's your consulting funnel, and your consulting funnel pages are here. So you have your funnels here.
Nice.
And you have your webinars here. We're getting rid of that. And so what's going to happen is GroovePages is going to serve, so we can put the camera back on me here.
just to design a page.
Mike, we can get the camera back on me. Yeah. GroovePages is going to serve 4 purposes now. So you have your tiles, and if you click blog, you go into the blog app. If you click member, you go into the membership app. But if you click on brand site, you know, your brand, your .com, like groovedigital.com, you're going to go into what we just saw, but you're not going to see funnels, and you're not going to see webinars.
I love it.
Because all you're doing is, it's like, I just want to work on my brand website with my navigation, all these different things. And then when you back out and you go to the hub, when you click on funnels, you don't go into the builder yet. What you now see is this. We'll share my screen again.
Pretty much start with your funnel,
You now see tiles like this that are your funnels.
right?
And so this is your Black Friday funnel. This is your 4th of July funnel. This is your Tripwire funnel. This is the webinar with Mark Ling. And so you will go in and you will click on a particular funnel, and you will simply have only the things that relate to this funnel here. And you won't have your brand website here, and you won't have your webinars, because you're working on just this funnel, and you're going to be able to put it into a folder.
Right.
And that's why we're not going to have any of those problems with duplicate names and indexes and all that different type of stuff. And we're doing another thing. We can put the camera back on me, Mike. We're doing another thing where in there, you're going to have a view called Canvas View. So then all of the funnels are going to show on a canvas with a screenshot showing linear, and you're going to have how many people made it to this step, how many people made it to this step, conversion rate in a visual view. So we're really excited about that. But now going back to the hub, I told you there was one more thing that we're putting into the dropdown that will also be in the hub, and it's called Groove Checkout. So I just told the designers I want them to come up with 15 checkout pages. So when you go into Groove Checkout, it's going to ask you 3 questions. Do you want to come up with, do you want just a button? that you could put onto a website that you link to a button? Do you want to create an embed that you want to embed on a third-party site or just in one of your own pages? That's loud. Or do you want to create a checkout page? And now you're going to go into the GroovePages builder, but you won't see your brand website. You won't see funnels and you won't see webinars. You'll just see checkout pages. And then when you go to click Add New, you're going to be in a tab for just all different checkouts, and you're going to pull it in. And now you can design a checkout page. And
we need to use that for GrooveKon the same way.
You like that too, right? Yeah, we'll put it into it'll be in the hub. Yeah, we'll put it into the hub because it's
you just
part
have
of your
people
domain.
select for which one, GroovePages or GrooveKon.
Exactly. So we'll have for your GrooveKon store. And so, Matt, here's why you're going to love this. Because
we can have that tomorrow, can we?
You're excited. You see, I'm going if you're excited like that,
I think that's such a
I'm
good
not
idea.
kidding you. There's a text message to myself at 3:30 in the morning the other night. I came up with the checkout thing, and I said I'll remember it in the morning. And then I got scared that I wouldn't, so I sent myself a text that said checkout. I had a meeting with the team. So here's what's good about checkout. That means we make it a tentpole. We can have an entire page, and now we have YouTube videos.
There's more than checkout. It's a whole concept.
It's a concept.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
YouTube ads. It's a today, folks, we're talking about checkout, and now we can compete with our competition. High converting checkouts is one of the most important things you can do. 88% cart abandonment rate. With Groove Checkout, you have pre-made, so now it's not a part of GrooveSell.
Maybe we can drag on the follow-up emails for each different scenario and for
Exactly.
the upsell and the downsell and the
That's all our
kind of like
automations.
a Trello.
Yeah.
There's this checkout that happens. They select this, it goes to this column, that, and you drag them.
Yeah.
This would be bad.
So before this, we were in the place of the user saying, where do I start? And we didn't make a bridge for them that this is a step that needs to be done. Groove Checkout is somewhere between GrooveSell and GroovePages.
Right.
It is not something like you have to, if you don't even know, you're just gonna wonder, oh, so I have to go into GrooveSell to make a checkout, and then I got to get the embed and put it into GroovePages.
Right.
And then where in GroovePages do I go to do this? Oh, you have to create a new. We're just going to create something called Groove Checkout. And so now Groove Hubs is just a tile of all your tiles, and you go in your webinar tiles.
Can you set like a checkout series maybe, and then pick which one you want in GroovePages, or it would just, you can drag it.
You clone it. Yeah, well, yeah. So when you go in, you will click Create New Checkout. You'll have no checkouts. You click the plus button. Your template library opens. You import one, and it'll have a placeholder, but it'll have all the bullet points and everything, and your safety seals, trust guard, all that different type of stuff. But then there's a place for the actual form, and you'll click that, and now it's going to open up the pop-up modal, which we currently have. Yeah, and you'll design it and all that different type of stuff. So
it will take the subjectivity of that question to a whole new level, because then people can actually just go in and start right where they want, what they want to.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter where it is. So I think it's a great idea. It will simplify a lot of things for them. Awesome.
Yeah, and then we're doing something in GrooveSell called Sales Flows, which will allow you to build what we call a sales funnel. You will say, add a product. Do you want an order bump? Do you want this and all that stuff? It's just gonna be so much easier because right now the wizard with GrooveSell is quite complex. So we've got some good exciting stuff. And then
we're just adding a ton of features by making it a ton easier.
Yes,
exactly.
Yeah,
which is our challenge every day when I get up, right?
When I get Hosni on these calls, I say to these guys, there's not a line of, I'm joking, right? But I say, there's not really a line of PHP that's being modified here. What we're doing is we're doing front-end UI work, and we're just moving the current functions that we have into a UI. So Tomas is working on this stuff. It looks great. I've got one more thing, little high five I want to let you know.
I love it.
Ready? The last thing, and then we're going to turn it over to John for his question, is we've hired a full-time, I told Enroute 3 months ago, this is how long it took us to find somebody. I said, I want somebody with the following 3 skills: Figma and Zeppelin, so they understand if they had to do a basic UI. I want them to be a CSS ninja, and I want a little bit of PHP coding. So we found a guy, he's going to be our full-time UI implementer.
You want a baby Max or Mega Max.
Exactly.
Max.
Yeah, for what Max does for GrooveKon.
Yeah, an integrator.
What's happening is when all the new stuff that we did with the dashboards and stuff, it's on Roop. And he says the other guys, we can't get on Roop's. He's working with Mark Ling and with you and the wallet, and every single day it's like, it's so I feel bad. I go, on Roop, is there any way we can get these dashboard graphs working? Yes, Mike, I'm going to try to get to it Saturday. And
But
poor guy.
Anurup is the only developer I ever met that, first of all, picks up any time of day, and he's a partner, right? I shouldn't even say developer, right?
No, he knows co-founder.
But furthermore, when he says he's going to do something by Friday, it's done by Friday. You know, I really humanly don't know. I think there's 1,000 Anurup. I'm telling you, one day we'll find 1,000 Anurup working with him. It's impossible. I don't know how he does it. And he's Skyping to all of us. I don't know.
If we try to do a DNA test on Anurup, we will find some sort of bloodlines of
We gotta
like
find it.
Anurup is doing
vampires or something like that, because the
Anurup
guy
is
don't
doing
sleep.
what Michael Keaton did in the movie Multiplicity.
Multiplicity.
He's cloning
I'm
himself
telling you.
and cloning himself. There's 8 different Anurups, and he hasn't told us. All right, let me see if I can just show you something right here, guys. This is a little sneak peek I'm going to show you. Matt, you haven't seen this. Get ready to get blown away. John Garcia, I don't think you've seen this. This is kind of like a world premiere that I'm going to show you here. So I'm going to go into our memberships and take a look at, this is the new GrooveMember, by the way. That's coming out in sandbox mode next week. And we believe that, you know, within 30 days, it's going to replace GrooveMember 1.0. So I'm going to edit this membership. And so this is where I can customize my membership. And here I choose different themes. So we're going to come out with 3 different themes, but we're going to have, I'm teasing, but if you can imagine, there'll be a theme called Grooved In, and that's like the LinkedIn Learning, which used to be Linda. We will have Groovejabi. We will have Groovific. We will have Groovable, which will be like Teachable. So if you like the look of a certain thing, it's now just a theme.
Nice.
All right. And then once you have the theme, you can actually then later go in and customize all of the, you know, the background colors and everything like that. The way this looks responsive, incredible. But let's get to the more exciting stuff here. Let's go back to this membership, and I'm going to click on the courses now. And so now this is a course here, and I can just keep adding courses. So I like to say, what is a membership? I want everyone to look at a membership the way that they look at a stage sale or a webinar, all right? So it's a collection of courses. So you say, not only are you getting my course on Facebook traffic, but I'm also going to give you the course that I have on LinkedIn. And you get this, that, and the other thing. And I also have a course on YouTube advertising. We're going to give you that. Who here wants to know how to do pay-per-click? I have a course. So when you make an offer, you're creating courses. So a membership is simply a collection of courses. So I can click Add New Course, and I build my course. But here's a course that we have right here. So let's take a look at what this looks like. So now courses have
like folders, really,
have
in a way,
modules.
too. Yeah.
Modules have chapters, and chapters have lessons.
Yeah, I love
right. So now here is a module, right? And I'm going to click Access Now, and look at this. I'm in the builder on how you build this. No more dragging over things like this. Look at this. I want to add something here. I click plus. What do I want to do? I want to add an accordion. Look at this. Add a new item. Add a new item. Get rid of this item. Just like that. I click here and I can type.
Beautiful.
We got rid of the GroovePages drag and drop, and we built something very, very simple. The blog is going to be getting some of this stuff as well. Now, check this out. I want to add a video. I click here. I click the edit button. I don't even need the style editor, stuff like that, because it's a theme. We don't want you changing the buttons. They have to be the same. All buttons need to be the same all across. Now, over here, I want to add some content. Okay, cool. Here's my headline, right? And here's my text. And I can just keep adding more text. I've got an inline editor, but we don't want you changing styles and fonts. Everything needs to look uniform. It's like a blog. And I want to add another paragraph here. I can add a custom embed, a video, an image, or whatever this thing is here, a button, right? So no more dragging and dropping. Nice. And as you see, it's building out the chapters here. Now, check this out. I go into here, and here's my course outline. Now we have these color codes here of purple, green, and yellow. So I can see module, lesson. I want to add a new lesson. I click plus, and we've just added a new module or lesson. Very simple for me to navigate around to these different lessons. So no more dragging from the left. So what you are now seeing is that we have a hierarchy of portals. So what is a portal? A portal is, let's use Tony Robbins as an example. Tony Robbins has a portal called Tony Robbins International. And in there, each portal is a collection of memberships. And this membership is called Personal Power. and everything related to that.
Right.
This membership is called Date with Destiny. This membership is called financing and and all those different things. And that's under a portal called Tony Robbins International. But now Tony does work with Dean Graziosi, and they do something. And he's like, no, I don't want these customers knowing about this. So he creates a new portal. And now he creates a membership. In those membership, he makes different courses. And then once you get into a course, you have a hierarchy that is module 1, module 2. So module 1, we're going to call creating your avatar, right? Chapter 1, market research. Lesson 1, lesson 2, which is really video 1, video 2, video 3. Market. Chapter 2 is interviewing your customer. Lesson 1, video 1, video 2. And then you go to the next module, and it's getting traffic.
This
Right.
is really cool.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, the way the flow is, wow. I like it.
Yeah. I mean,
Makes your life easier.
it looks absolute, and you're actually seeing how it's going to look. So this is exciting.
But it's
It's-
another 30 days.
well, sandbox next week, so they
Yeah.
can start playing. They can actually start building it. They just won't be able to publish it.
Yeah.
And we're working really, really hard on that. And yeah, so GrooveMember, all this stuff, GrooveSell, GrooveFunnels have really taken leaps and bounds. So what I'm saying, and then we're going to get to John's stuff and wrap up the day, is that we have all of this stuff that we plan to have out by March that we just spoke about: importing funnels, the SDK, the marketplace, our UI implementer doing this stuff, the Groove Mail, where that's going to be. Then we just showed you GrooveMember. You're going to have Groove Hubs and Groove Checkout. Welcome to the competition. Coke
Yes.
versus Pepsi. Let's see where it ends up in March when they come out, because I think we're going to be ready to really take on. They're going to be, in my opinion, I don't think there's anybody in the world that can get it right the day they come out. So I'm not saying
never.
that we wouldn't have been able to do what they're trying to do
No.
in 12 months. They're trying to create the Groove platform
Remember,
in 18 months.
Rome wasn't built in a day. And I think for a lot of us that take the questions on a daily basis, our mission is to make people understand that we are a work in progress, but we are leaps and bounds. Just in 2 years of development, and I think I mentioned this in my post when Donna actually mentioned it in Facebook about their announcement, we are just moving years ahead of them already. And we're ruffling the right feathers because they're now looking to, do what we're doing. So that's amazing.
All right. So I saw something about Gary Venzomega. I just want to read it myself. Okay. But I just wanted to see what people are saying here. Tony Jackson says, can't wait to dive into Groove in 2022. Blind says the new course themes are going to be so great for when I put them in there. Tony says this is going to be great. Thank you. Tony was blowing it up. He's really exciting. Yes, the mini funnels with the mini sites. He loves it. Yeah, just tons of stuff here. This is amazing. So you guys are really excited. So now we promised that John Garcia had a question for us about some integration stuff, and then we'll wrap up the podcast.
Because I get this a lot at the service desk, and we have a lot of interest of people just what new integrations for print on demand and drop shipping we will see. So what we can see right after the development is completed, what kind of partnerships?
What do you think the people want that we could say we're going to get to in 2022? Because it won't happen this year, right, Matt?
No, but I think one big progress was definitely ShipStation, which
Yes.
directly opens to a bunch
And
of drop shippers.
That went live?
It's
It's
I
about
think
to
so.
go, yeah.
If not, there's still a few issues in terms of what we can really do with
But
ShipStation.
that's big.
Meaning
Yeah.
them versus us working together. But the feature is there.
Yeah,
it's
And I
set
think
to
we
run.
need to do tax jar too. For
We
that.
have.
Yeah, that's
No,
right.
for GrooveSell.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
we should talk about
Yeah,
it.
yeah. We got to get that in for GrooveSell.
Yeah, and I think it was Dwight Perry
Mike, we're-
actually, and some other people.
Mike, we're on the whiteboard.
We
Sorry.
actually they have asked what other integrations for like print on demand, for example. Addition to Printful was one of the greatest additions, and as a matter of fact, Max confirmed yesterday that we're now implementing more functionality within the Printful
Oh, great.
to automate a lot of the processes.
And I know Donna is really excited about one that will do print on demand books.
Lulu.
Lulu.
Yes,
Yeah.
Lulu.
So we
Yes,
got Lulu
please.
integration coming
And
soon.
yeah, we were looking to get more.
Move this close.
Oh,
You don't
sorry.
have to move closer. Just pull it closer to you. There you go.
Sorry. So we were looking to get more of the print on demand products because especially for this last quarter, a lot of people showed more interest to try to see and beef up their product line. So Printful have great product line, Tscape, even Layer
Slingly.
App, and Slingly. But now they were looking into, how about Pillow Profits? How about a lot of these companies that they have a better presence, let's say with Shopify or WordPress.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you, I've reached out to Pillow Profit. They don't answer email. I've tried everything.
Yeah,
I've
it's
tried
probably
the
because we had
CEO,
Layer
the
App. But if we
CEO,
tell them that we're going to retire Layer App,
no, I think they're just they. My guess, if you hear me at Pillow Profit, reach out to us. I think my guess
We'll
is
try
they have
again.
an integration to Shopify. They're comfortable where they are, and
Yeah,
they're
but
probably worried
it's free
about
money for them, right?
some back
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it
we'll
will,
reach out again. Maybe they didn't get the email.
end.
and a lot of people are asking about that, and a couple of others. I'm trying to remember. I know Printify was the other one.
Make a list of those 5 or
Perfect.
whatever it is. And yeah, I'd love to get Pillow Profits, Printify. There's other opportunities that we have as
Printify
well
is probably doable. a
that
lot
we
more,
could partner
yeah.
with them, if you know what I mean.
And I think PLR pro licensing rights. I think it would be a great idea to have also, because a lot of people they want.
Is that like a
experience.
company called?
Yeah, there's a couple of companies like
Oh,
PLR.me.
for licensing.
Yeah,
Okay, got it.
for those digital products that you can
Cool.
resell as your own.
Create a
So
meeting when we get back, John. Get
That'd be
the right
perfect,
people in.
yes.
We'll have a meeting and we'll get on that. And then so we're gonna wrap up. There was one more thing that I wanted to say that we were doing. It's been coming in and out of my head, and I keep forgetting and saying, "Ooh, I remember." Now I'm forgetting it as I'm saying, so I'm filibustering here. Was it with GrooveKart? It was an integration. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. I would have been so upset if I forgot this one. You're going to like this. All right. So Laura Betterly has a new CRM company out there, and I'm integrating with her for 3 reasons. Number 1, she's a friend. Number 2, she's an email company, and if I integrate with ActiveCampaign and MailChimp and all that different type of stuff, and SendLane and all these things, even though we have GrooveMail, we'll integrate with her. But she does email, she does text, she does voice. Great. So do we through Groove. But here's what they do, which is spectacular. Get ready, folks. You're gonna love what I'm about to say. They do direct mail through automation.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah. So the thing is they're $99 a month. So $49 or $99. So what I told her to do, I had a call with her the other day, and I said, "You want some advice on how to make this thing right?" And she said, "What?" I said, "Make the direct mail for free, and I will integrate it automatically into the Groove app. Like it'll be an onboard thing." And I said, "Now, look, you don't need to worry whether or not I brand you or not. But part of the onboarding will be connect to, what did I just say the company is? Forget
Direct
the-
mail?
No, I forgot the name of the company. Closem, CLOSEM, Closem.ai. It's a great, Closem.
okay, not bad.
Closem.ai, and they actually now own the Closem.com too, but they like the .ai name better.
Cool.
So I told her, Laura, make it for free. And she goes, "Yeah, but," I said, you have to understand the most powerful word in marketing. Stop the barrier. If I can get on, I can do webinars and show my users that they get this for free. Now, here's the deal.
Like 5 cents a stamp.
No, I said, you make it, if it's $1 at $49 a month or $99 a month, you make the direct mail piece $3. And now it gives us an opportunity that when we're doing the webinar to say, and by the way, you want to save on your stuff, then pay $49 a month and your rates go down to $1. But it gives us a way that everybody can say, "Oh, this is cool," rather than, "Oh, this isn't part of Groove. I have to pay another $49 a month," right? So it's going to be something free that we can actually put at the front of our websites. You can
Nice.
automate your this and direct mail. And by the way, I logged in. They showed me the user interface. They've got QR code integration. They got postcard front and back, bigger postcards. They show you specs that you take to Canva. You put a white thing here for the post office. You design everything else, and you can have it go out for cart abandons, you name it. It's an automation. So when you would say, "Send this email, send this text, send this voice," you send out a postcard. It's dirt cheap, or a letter. And get this, you go in and you literally just type the letter right there. You see everything, and then
Nice.
it creates it as a PDF, puts
As
it
a
in an
merge.
envelope,
Yeah.
Right.
and oh, that's right. And it merges with every tag. You can say, "Hi, John Garcia, since you purchased this product on this date," and all this type of stuff.
Yeah.
And if you have a link that you want them to click on the direct mail letter piece, you put in a link and it puts a QR code right onto the So
Yeah,
you
it's
can
better than putting click here. Right?
exactly, right? So it says to access this, and it has a little instruction that says, hold your phone up to this and click the button. And so Groove now has that integrated for free. Obviously, you got to pay for the mail, and you pay a little bit more. And if you sign up with them with
But
a
imagine how well
subscription,
that
you
could
get
convert in some businesses.
Yeah.
I mean, crazy.
Well,
converter.
if you remember on the call with Ad Outreach, with the YouTube, they said that they're experimenting and they're having incredible results with people that click on their ads on YouTube. They send them a direct mail piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, that wraps up
Nice.
our podcast for this week. We didn't know that we would go an hour and 25 minutes. We didn't think we
It's
could go
always fun.
15 minutes today.
It's
when we
always fun.
started. But anyway, we probably could have broken some of this stuff up into 2 parts, but we got excited and we kept going. So that wraps up the podcast.
Love you guys.
Love you guys very much.
Thank you.
I think we're going to take you out with a commercial or just a rear bumper, and we'll see you moving the podcast now to 11 a.m. on Wednesdays, and Groove Copy Pro Wednesdays will stay at 3, and Groove Digital Presents is going in between. So from now on, Wednesdays is studio days at the GroovePlex Studios. We'll see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye, everybody.
See you next Wednesday.